Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to do a little side stretching. I'm Angel, in case you don't know. Now you know. The lighting is not great, but that's okay. We're going to make do. We're going to do just a little side stretching, letting go of some stress. May have to adjust the lighting because that really is terrible. Let's see if we can stay in camera from a little closer. Tricky lights, tricky lights. I'm starting off with just some loose and relaxed side to side bending. I'm in a somewhat of a wide straddle position. Got my feet forward, rooting those into the earth. Let's take a moment to just wiggle around from the center of the earth on up through the body. Root myself into the earth, into the sky. And then starting up at the top with these side bends. I'm just pushing, letting the opposite hip go, or letting the hip go the opposite way to really get a nice stretch through the whole upper body, into the lower body even. Just a nice stretch across the whole side. Maybe alternating looking down and looking forward and looking up. Really get a nice variety of stretch there. Let's do each side again. Looking up, looking forward, looking down. A couple more times. Just enjoying the dynamics of that stretch. Oh, let's shake that out. I'm going to bring the feet under the hips, rooting those into the center of the earth. I'm going to come a little closer so the lighting's a little bit better. And then bending the knees, keeping those feet relaxed but rooted into the center of the earth and roughly under the hip bones. I'm going to do some hip slides, which I'm keeping these hip bones just under where you can see, parallel to the floor as much as possible. Sliding to one side and then the other. For me, that brings a stretch very acutely into the torso. For some more intense side stretching. Do each side a few times. Over to the left and back to the right again, keeping those knees bent as much as possible, rolling these hips on the parallel plane to the floor. A nice stretch through the abdominals. And let's relax all of that. Shake it out a little bit. To shake the arms. Left over right, right over left. Just let those swing a little bit. And then coming again, we're better off. Let's pull up the britches. Good time to remind you, you don't need a special outfit or a special t-shirt, although you could buy one of these Love is Contagious t-shirts over in Angel's t-shirt shop if you wanted to support me and give yourself a nice reminder. Anyway, bringing the feet back into a hip width position, so basically under the hips, and then I'm going to push into this hip, bringing weight off of the right and pushing into the left. Wiggling that around a little bit. For me, that brings a stretch down into the side here in a more intense way. So we're working our way down the body, coming back to center. Do be mindful of your own body. It's good to keep these hip sockets, it's a ball and socket there, limber, but you definitely don't want to pop it out or push it out of its natural range. You just want to keep that natural range as functional as possible, right? So this is one way I check in with both sides. It's just, again, I'm taking weight off of the opposite side, and just like you were pushing into that hip, Getting kind of into it, really getting a nice stretch through there. And I wish you could see me better just to demonstrate that. Pushing into the other side. And then I'm going to come into a more straddle position. Let's see if I can adjust this in a helpful way at all. Coming into a fairly wide straddle position, feet parallel, and not so wide that you're falling out of control, but as wide as possible otherwise. And then I'm going to do what I call hip dips, which for me brings that stretch down into the inner thigh, mostly dipping on the left and dipping on the right. Let's do that a few times on each side as well. You can add some breathing and some smiling if you feel inclined. Or you can try scowling and holding your breath. Let me know how that works out for you. I'm still silly, still singing my life. I forgot to warn you, you are living in my musical life. Hey, don't forget that you are worthy of your own unconditional love. And there's not one right way to be, not one wrong way to be. There are many, many right and wrong ways, and only you can know which is which for you in your body. So thank you for doing the best that you can with what you got from where you are, and trust in me to do the best I can from where I am with what I got. That's what I can keep doing. I'll be seeing you. Ciao for now.